Hello and welcome to the Healing Way. My name is Richard Clark, and on this video I'll be talking more about the personalised Higgs field and illness. I'm really pleased that I've got to this point with this particular field, because it's puzzled me for years. I've perceived a field around people over the years, and I haven't really thought much about it, but it was, to me I suppose, it was like the electromagnetic field. You get energy and then you get a field around it, and that's how it looked. It looked when I looked at people. They had a field around them, and this field became filled up with what I perceived as different energies, usually the energies associated with their illness, with their condition. So like with Parkinson's disease, it was like buzzing insects. Cancer has got its own illness, its own energy. Multiple sclerosis has. They've all got their own, what I thought of as energy signatures. But now it looks like it's an energy within this personalised Higgs field. Right, having looked at it further, it seems that the recording of our lives, our existence, our experiences that goes into the Higgs field is inviolate. It cannot be tampered with or altered. There's a flow from us of our experiences, an archive of our life that goes into this personalised Higgs field, and that can't be tampered with. It can't be altered, it can't be touched, and that's fine. That gets me out of an ethical position of interfering with something that it seems has a right to be there. It should be there, and it's not for me to interfere with it. Now what I'm talking about are the human experiences, our lives that are recorded, are archived. But what goes into the Higgs field as well is the energy or the power of illness. It's the energy and power of illnesses. And this seems like the body or the brain is putting these powers or energies into the Higgs field to try and store them, to try and get them out of the body. It could be because they're dangerous. And they are dangerous, and they're very powerful. And one way for a person to deal with it on an unconscious level, I suppose, is to try and feed these energies out somewhere else. It only puts off the inevitable, but it does put it off. It does put it off. And it makes sense of what I've dealt with over the years. Take cancer, for instance. I've worked on cancer quite a lot, with no real effect. I've had no luck with cancer, trying to help people who are suffering with cancer. I'm talking about years ago. I'm not talking about recently, but I'm talking maybe getting on for 20 years ago when I first started on this. And the thing about cancer is, the thing that amazed me was I literally bounced off. Every technique I tried, it was like it bounced off of people. Because the cancer, the condition was so powerful, so strong, nothing could touch it. You just bounced. And I remember reading, someone was saying about, I don't know who it was, but they were saying that a lot of the time people die of cancer, but the cancer isn't bad enough to kill them. They don't know why people die. And I remember thinking, well, that's because of the power in the background. It's like the cancer is the 10% you see, and the powerful, unpleasant bit in the background is 90% of it. But this 90% seemed too much for the body to hold. It was there, but it seemed much too powerful for our bodies. Our bodies couldn't contain it. So what I'm looking at now is this energy seems to be siphoned out into the Higgs field, maybe over a lifetime, so that the bill, if you like, is delayed. The payment is delayed. the person unconsciously, or maybe the brain does this consciously, I don't know. But it sends this bad energy out, this damaging, harmful energy, it sends it out into the Higgs field. It gets to the point where it's so strong it can't be held back any longer, and it reinforces the cancer in the body. So it feeds back, the power of it comes back and seems to support what's going on in the body. It becomes sustenance. That's how it seems. Now this is separate from the archiving of experience. This is something separate. This isn't the natural process. The process where our experiences, or the recording of our experiences, goes into the Higgs field is automatic. It can't be interfered with. Once it's there, it's written in stone, as it were. It can't be changed. It can't be messed with. But that is just the experiences. These are not harmful to us. They do not feed back and harm us. It's these other energies that we have put in. We have put in. Not part of the automatic experience. The automatic process of archiving or cataloguing experience. It's a separate process whereby the energy of something bad, something malign, is sent off into the Higgs field to protect the body for a short time. So the Higgs field becomes a storehouse, a storeroom for bad energies. And this is what I've been perceiving. And this is what's been puzzling. Why is it all bad? All I see is bad. I mean, if it's a person's lifetime, there should be some good. But when I've dug down through the bad, drilled down through it, underneath is the bedrock. And the bedrock is the forming, the laying down of a person's lifetime experiences, which is great. Now it's great because it gives me a point of approach. It gives me an approach, a point of working my way in, because this energy shouldn't be there. The illness energy shouldn't be there. Whether it's cancer or any other illness, it shouldn't be there. And it's not inviolate. It's not untouchable like the memories of the person, the experiences of a person's life. It's not untouchable. My point of attack is to break contact between what's in the Higgs field and what's in the body. That's where I can come in. I've been looking for a place where I can enter. And that's it. That's what I've been trying to get to. Now this energy of illness, for instance, say somebody's got cancer. The body, the brain, to protect itself, sends the energy of the cancer out into the Higgs field. And it does this through the whole brain. The whole brain projects outwards this energy. And it comes back in. But it comes back in the middle of the neck, between the hairline and the nape of the neck. There's a place where it's connected. It's because it's got an easy access into the spine, into the nervous system at that point. The brain is too powerful. The brain is too powerful. It can stop it coming back in. At that point, this power can get to the brain through the spine, the nervous system, and into the body. So it can go up, it can go down. It comes back in because it wants to support what's going on in the body. So there's a measure of purpose to this energy. It doesn't have to be a harmful purpose or deliberately harmful. As I've said in other videos and as I looked at, quite often a thing can be itself and be harmful to us humans but it's not deliberate harm. It is just what it is. It's existing. It's the way it exists. It's like saying, if there's a fire and the house burns down, the fire deliberately had it in for the people in the house. It hasn't. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a tragedy when people die in house fires, yes. But you cannot say the fire did it deliberately or it had a vicious purpose, a harmful purpose. It did it because it wanted to hurt. It doesn't. It just does what it does. And this energy, it seems to me, is the same. It wants to support what's going on in the body, so far as, in this case, cancer. That's what I think. So it has purpose. It's possible to say that all energy has purpose. So what I'm looking at, as I've said in previous videos, when I was working with the argan oil, I was pleasantly surprised that that was an emotional filter for negative energy in the body. It actually filtered out the negative stuff, the harmful stuff, and left alone the stuff that belongs to us. Perhaps because it was human, it couldn't touch it. And this might well be a similar comparison, that the experiences of a person, because they're human, are beyond touching. But what has invaded the body and is trying to harm the body is not human, and therefore it can be touched. I'm very careful about the ethics of all this. There always has to be a careful balance. The answer is always very eloquent. It's a total thing. It's not one-sided. It doesn't help one side and hurt the other. It's always equitable. It's always complete. The right answer. This is something we've missed out on, I think, in recent generations. We go for the short-term fix, which does good now and lots more bad tomorrow. But we don't see the bad. We don't see beyond the good. So this balance, this equitable solution, this finding something that is right for every aspect of the problem, we need to work more at, in my view, become better at doing that. There's a lot of things to work on here, but what I'm thinking is this, as I was saying with the argan oil, as this energy of cancer comes back in through the neck, as we were saying, I think it's possible to set up a filter. I think a filter can be set up so the cycle can be broken and the connection between the bad energy in the Higgs field and the body can be broken. That's what I'm thinking. This is something else that occurred to me or is coming to me. There is something, it's very difficult, but there is the energy of cancer, what I'm calling the energy of cancer, which goes into the Higgs field, doesn't seem to be derived. If someone has cancer in their body, so they have, I don't know, I'm not a medical man, a tumour, a growth. The logic of it is that tumour gives rise to a certain kind of energy that the body shunts into the Higgs field, the personalised Higgs field, to get rid of it. Or, yeah, to get rid of it, to get it out of the body so it's not hurting the body. That would be the logic of it. But it doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem that tumour is producing that energy. It seems that energy is something else that can support tumours. There's something there, something I'm missing. The energy doesn't come from the tumours. It doesn't look like it. It looks like a flow through the body of something else. It is a very cancerous energy. But to say it comes from cancer isn't right. It's very strange. Okay, so what else to say? Yeah, so there's two types of, the personalised Higgs field seems to contain two types of energies, or two types of, they're not energies. There's the human experiences, which as I say are untouchable, and then there's the energies that come from illnesses, which I say from illnesses, let's just say they appear, the illness appears and they appear. So it seems like one does not create the other. When one is there, the other one is there, but they don't create each other. Very interesting. Okay. As I say, this is a working out video. I have to do a lot of this. If ever you think, oh yeah, he found it easy, he just said it was this and this, have a look at some of these videos and you'll see me struggling, trying to figure stuff out. Okay, that's enough for this one. Thanks very much, I shall plod on, and if you've watched this, great, and I look forward to joining with you in the next one. If you have any questions or queries, there's comments underneath. Thanks a lot.